in the city. Keep that doggy in a 360 deal pulling. What's that? Before I ate, I need a closet like a clothing store. I need a cash register. You need help with something? Pump the gas or something. Or the I keep my so I won't go to alone. Not over fire drill. I got walked in, that's my twin Balenciaga. Talking about on the net, he tattled on me. Won't believe this hoodie 1500 without no logo on it. Boy, we been a little homie. Having ganger on him. I ain't never hate before. Dog so broke, I'm praying for him. She up waiting for me. Dr. Trench is banking on me. When I hit the bank, they know.
Thanks for kicking off your weekend with us at 2K Sports for this Friday night NBA game. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And Grant, one thing we know about these teams, they can both go deep into their bench. That's a luxury.
Yeah, a luxury indeed. And they don't have to worry as much about foul trouble or guys getting worn down. Credit to both front offices for building such a complete roster.
Boston on offense. Here's Jordan. Outside Tatum. Pass to Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Kept alive. Vucevic. Second chance effort. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. He said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be their main focus at the defensive end, and as he put it, Shai's a riddle because he can light it up from outside, he has the speed to get to the hoop, and he knows how to draw the fouls too. Coach hopes that they stay disciplined and they can keep SGA off the line. Brian, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Pass to Tatum. Brown with a screen. And here's Vucevic. There's Tatum with the three. able to get that one.
Just brutal. I mean, 5 straight misses to begin the game.
Stan, looking back on the 2017 draft, at the time, you believe Jason Tatum was the best prospect.
And with hindsight, DA, that seems obvious. But back then, Markelle Fultz was the consensus #1 pick. Credit the Celtics for trading back and getting their guy. Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
On target from range.
Well, Tatum is rightfully as confident as they come from deep. He saw that look and didn't waste it.
The teardrop. SGA can't get it to go.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Here's Brown. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Left side White. Three-pointer Vucevic. Howard grabs the miss.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. And the shot goes down. SGA's got his second basket of the night.
A tricky cover. Gilgeous-Alexander is a talented finisher inside.
Vucevic's shot is off.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Dort for 3. Shot's good. SGA making the play.
All eyes on SGA, so he kicks it out to the perimeter. Just excellent recognition.
White for 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. SGA deciding where to go with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. SGA's got his third basket of the night.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Vucevic gets the bucket.
Yeah, defensively, you have to keep track of Vucevic at the arc. He takes those shots when he's open.
Caruso, right side. The 3 ball. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Outside Tatum. Shoots over Holmgren. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Oklahoma City ahead. They lead by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for the Thunder guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Boston with the ball. It's a 5-point game. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Hauser with it. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Caruso. Outside for SGA. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's White. White coming through.
Well, listen, White doesn't fear anyone inside. He wants to get down low and cash in.
Celtics trail by 3. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot of time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Brian, back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Here's Ivy. No points so far. A nice shot by Walsh.
Yeah, what a feed from Ivy. These are the type of passes you love seeing from him.
Here's Wallace. Pass to Williams. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And looking at Jalen Williams, is there a part of his game you like best, Grant?
You know, it's tough to pick just one, BA. He's such an all-around player. He can guard point guards, post players, you name it, and can score from anywhere on the court.
SGA with it. Now guarded by White. Pass to Dort. Right side, SGA. Takes a 3. And Dort is good for 3. So Dort's got 6 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
A nice shot by Ivy.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a good look. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
And there's a pick. Hauser outside. From the arc. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
SGA with it. Now guarded by White. Wallace's shot is good. And now a 12-point Oklahoma City lead.
Running the show, Gilgeous-Alexander is talented as a passer.
SGA on the move. And SGA throws it down.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
First trip to the line for him here. That one's off. So it's both teams making substitutions here. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
They need this. Tatum rips the 3.
Solid from 3. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
Outside Mitchell. Wallace outside. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Wallace has got 6 points.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Poke loose. Pass to Tatum. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Wallace's shot is good.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And stolen by Hartenstein. Oklahoma City shooting their 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Mitchell, no good on the free throw.
Shooting for Oklahoma City. Mitchell at the line for 1.
7 seconds left in the first half. Inside. Oh, a deep three from Tatum. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Thunder. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Celtics trail by 18. Outside Tatum. Here's the three. Drops in the three. Tatum's got 11.
Well, when it comes to his jump shooting, Tatum is extremely efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
Here's Wallace. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. And the Thunder lead by 18. As someone who helped make the game what it is today, what do you think of the modern NBA, Stan?
Well, look, PA, skill level has never been higher. These players are the best that have ever played the game. We got more guys on the floor who can shoot the ball, more guys who can handle and pass. So the game is at its height. There is always going to be things that can be improved, but we've got to really appreciate what we're seeing in today's players. They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Wallace, right side. From deep. Hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 14. Down low. Here's Vucevic.
Yeah, just powerful stuff from Vucevic.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. And here's Mitchell. Holmgren outside. Brown with the steal. White on the wing. Back to Brown. Tatum with a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Keita. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Thunder leading by 12. Now here's Mitchell. For 3. He can't hit that time. Oh, deflected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Brown. And he banks in the layup.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan.
And after playing the first half without a single turnover, he's gotten a little careless since the break. Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Wallace. Outside Mitchell. Now Matherin, defended by Brown. 5 to shoot. Shot's good by Matherin. And the Thunder lead by 12.
Yeah, tricky move by Matherin, showing us how effectively he can run the pick and roll.
A nice shot by Tatum.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Tatum pulls it in. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Back to Tatum. Over Holmgren. Here's Kata. Still without a bucket. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So Mark Degno will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Thunder making a switch here. Thunder leading by 10. Now Williams. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
It's simple. Turnovers mean you lose shot opportunities, and your opponent can get easy hoops.
So it's Boston now, down by 12. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Brown. Look at JB gliding through the lane.
Hey, anytime you're guarding Brown, you have to account for his acceleration.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive. Yeah,
they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Mitchell with the ball. And Mitchell with the slam.
Hey, that's fierce. Throwing it down over the larger defender.
And here's White. Pass to Vucevic. Gets it off. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Here they come. It's Celtics Entertainment.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. And it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers. Players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Thunder leading by 13. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With some arc. It's hauled in by White. Outside Tatum. Pass to White. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking three ball there.
Left side SGA. Clock at 6. Driving inside. And here's Caruso outside. And the three-pointer goes. And the Thunder lead by 13.
Well, Caruso is a very selective shooter, but he was committed to getting those points back. That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Pass to Holmgren. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And here are the Thunder now. Howard, the screen to the inside. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And Shea's playmaking is really exceptional. Highlighted there with the perfect pass.
White for three. Nails it from beyond the arc. White's got 6 in the quarter.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
Here's Howard. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Celtics trail by 12. To the middle. From the right block. And stolen by Caruso. And it's blocked.
On defense, how valuable is White? He's a guard who can protect the rim.
That was some by-the-book basketball. Blocks the shot, gets out in transition, and finishes strong.
Oh, a great look, but off the mark. Cleared away by Dort. Oklahoma City leading by 10. Gilgeous-Alexander. Brown pulls down the board. On the wing, Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
Well, look, you're talking about one of the more dynamic scorers in this league. Jason Tatum putting on a show.
Holmgren! Oh, no good on the dunk. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. Cashes in from 18.
Terrific energy at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Here's Howard. Oh, and again, unable to change momentum here.
Well, of the many things about Jason Tatum that make him an elite player, I think his composure is underrated. This guy never lets the other team get under his skin, and that is rare.
And so Tatum nails both of them.
Well, this is what he does. When you need him to come through, he answers the call.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Look at Shea playing big inside.
And a basket there really helps to stop the bleeding.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Boston making a switch here. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter here. Tatum outside. Here's White. Oh, got a piece of it. Just 5 on the clock. Here's a pass to Tatum. He launches. No. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They led by as many as 18. And now we've got an intentional foul. Boston making a switch here. Left side SGA. Now Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And he slams it down.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And that's what SGA does. He gets you in an inopportune spot.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder take the win. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Beware, see there, silk that bean there, mama there, P there, ain't no salary cap on top of my dollars. I roll with nothing, but them no limit riders. I get down, I hold my tank up high, watch how many get wild, nah, 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 nah. Make them say, move off three. If that go in, newspapers all me. Fat boy to make good, not yet, but he stay hood. Nerdy is. I've been laying off the squares, can't you tell? Feel like I need a chip, but finally not biting my nails. I'm in the air like Nimbus. Hercules, Mount Olympus. Hades plotting on me since I was a baby. He a big. Now what's my favorite word? M-O-N-E-Y. Till I. And if you tree, I press the rewind, then press the hit stick. You hit the sideline, Bobby Boucher to the